Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in to some live Brian Buffington music. I'm going to debut a special song I just wrote from the Ewok Village, and I'm also talking about some old school times in my hometown of Douglas, Georgia. Lots of memories there, and some of you have seen some of the video clips, but give me 1 second. I'm going to share this to some other people too. I want to make sure they see this. It takes about 2 seconds. How y'all doing? 2 seconds is up. You should have called my bluff. You should have called my buff. You get that? You like that? All right, here we go. I'm gonna share this bad boy. Awesome. So let's talk about my trip to let's talk about my hometown of Douglas, Georgia. So Douglas, Georgia is located in the southern region of Georgia. This is a place that doesn't see much snow. It's also a place where I grew up. I spent most of my middle school and then high school and a year or two of college at, so it is kind of my hometown. And Brooke and I were there this past weekend seeing family. But I got to revisit some things. It just made me feel tingly. And it just made me think about how blessed I was to live in such a community. Let's see here. What are some things I want to talk about? So, my love for music actually came out of this time period. I had a music director at a church. He let me play with a guitar. It was an Ovation guitar like the one I play now. And he taught me a couple chords on it, and I was like, man, this is kind of fun. And eventually, my parents, they saw the interest, and that's cool. If you're a parent and you're like, man, maybe I should take a chance and buy my kid an instrument. Who knows if they'll ever play it? Well, my parents took a chance, and they bought me a red Squire Stratocaster, and it had the built-in amp in the package. It was a little, I don't know, like a 10-inch, maybe an 8-inch amp. It was a Squire amp. And I remember taking it places and plugging it up. But my parents invested that, and I got that guitar, and I played as much as I could. I remember playing in my front yard. We lived in a little lake community called Bay Meadows, which was a lot of fun. Had a lot of friends there. I had a friend named David and Joe and Byron. Maybe you guys are listening now. But it was like a wonderful time in my life. This is also the time before the internet was like it is now. So to learn how to play guitar, you either bought lessons or you had to buy a book. And I'll never forget going to Vickers Music, which is a local place in Douglas, Georgia. I went to Vickers Music and I bought this book. I thought it was by an author named Mel something. That's kind of random. But I got this book and it had a CD in it, and you would play the CD, and then you play along to the CD to learn all your chords. All right, and it shows you where to put your fingers at. So it was a crazy time. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I have no idea who's there, but you're there, so stick around. We're gonna have some fun today. I do want to play before I go any further into my hometown history. I have a new song for you. Who wants to hear a new song? Just shout it loud. Shout, shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. That's not the song I wrote, but I felt compelled to sing that lovely chorus by Tears for Fears. But my new song, one of many, because I wrote a bunch while I was at this tree house at the Ewok Village in Helen, Georgia. I wrote a song called the Alapaha Blues, and it's a little blues rip. Hey Sandra, thanks for joining in to the show. So I'm going to sing my new song. It's about a river community where they learn how to dance and catch catfish. You guys ready? Here we go. Barrett, hey, welcome to the show, man. I'll talk about Valdosta another time, but here's my new song, Barrett. Let me know how it goes if you like it. It's about some people down in South Georgia on the Alapaha River. Here we go. If you're feeling it, just put your hand up in the air. Or you can just touch that button where a thumb comes up. That lets me know that you're feeling it. Oh, we blowing this thing up. Way way down south on the riverside, lived a girl named May and her boyfriend Clyde. They had a dance like none before that could make the catfish jump on the shore. It was a secret dance nobody knew. They were out there paying the dues. They were doing the catfish wiggle wiggle. Well, the river folk knew there was something strange, 'cause there wasn't no fish hooked on their strings. So they called Big D, the town PI. Maybe he could find where the cat's been hiding. What Big D saw and immediately blew his mind. It was May and her boyfriend Clyde. They were doing the catfish wiggle wiggle. Well, the river folk came and they knocked on the door when they found out what Big D was looking for. Well, they gave their gold and their firstborn child so they could learn to dance and make the fish go wild. It was the biggest thing to ever make the news. There was no more Alapaha blues. They were doing the catfish wiggle wiggle. Let's get out your seats, let's go. Put one leg up in the air and wiggle it around like a fish that's scared. And put one arm up in the sky and bring it down low like a church fish fry. Sway your body side to side, make a jump and you're doing it right. You were doing a catfish wiggle wiggle. Wiggle wiggle, wiggle wiggle, wiggle wiggle. Wiggle wiggle, wiggle wiggle, wiggle wiggle. Hey guys, my new song, and it's called the Alapaha Blues. And if you're from South Georgia, you probably know about Alapaha. And it's a fun song. It's gonna be a dance song, because I knew these other people had dance songs. Someone's having a good time. I saw that little smiley face. Kimberly, Sarah, thanks for joining in the fun. There's a thumbs up. Hey, appreciate that, because I don't know, this could be an awful song. So if it's really good, I'd be looking for it. So, you know, Brooke and I have spent some time in the wedding industry, and so we have seen people do wild, crazy dances, like the cha-cha slide and electric slide, and I was like, forget that. I'm gonna make my own dance. So it's called the Alapaha Blues, the catfish dance. And I can't wait to do that live for all my people at house shows. So who's gonna come see me at a house show, huh? Sarah, I'm coming up to Seattle, and you guys are gonna host a house show, and it's gonna be the most legit thing ever. Hey Ashley, welcome to the show. Okay, well actually, it's funny, I'm wearing this Dolphins toboggan. I usually wear my standard uniform jungle print. You have this little Neff hat, it's got the jungle print. But I'm wearing this hat because I'm talking about my old school times. And I'm talking about a day where I used to wear Miami Dolphin clothes like every day. And if you're from Douglas, and you remember me in middle school, high school, I would wear this stuff all the time. And for some reason, I thought it made me look flattering in that I would find lots of love wearing this teal and orange. But it turned out that that's not the case, that the ladies were not into the teal and orange, which is perfectly fine, because that's eventually how I met my wonderful wife, Brooke, which I was not wearing teal and orange when I met her. So it's kind of crazy how things work out, you know? But yeah, I used to wear jerseys, like Dan Marino jerseys, every school picture. Go find a yearbook if you're from my hometown. You will see it. So many good things. So I guess I could probably do one more. I'm gonna take this hat off, it's getting kind of warm after that illustration is done. Ooh, wow, it's so hot. Who'd like to hear one more song? I wrote about 5 or 6 new songs, but I have another one, and I will probably mess up a little bit, but I think that Robbie would like to see it. Robbie and Julie, maybe Ashley, I don't know. Do you guys want to hear a new song? Because I can just sit here and play old songs, maybe a classic. You might get any special requests? When you're a musician, you do Facebook Live, you can take special requests. Especially since I do house shows and it's really cold up here. And people are like, I don't know if my friends are gonna come out to the frozen tundra. Speaking of South Georgia, I'll sing a fun song. I had a lot of people over the couple of weeks when I was in South Georgia say, Brian, that Chocolate Glasses song is so fun. And I said, you know what? I don't ever play it that much, so I'm going to play it for you. Who'd like to wear some chocolate glasses? Here we go. How different life would be if my glasses were chocolate, sweetness from my lenses to my frames. The only guy in Georgia with chocolate eyewear, people driving miles to see me. Can you see the endless possibilities, baby? We're going in for a kiss. My wife, she would purposely miss my face mauled by dogs, thinking I was something to eat, and ants all over me, bringing food to their queen, and her she sponsors me, contributing to my obesity, contributing to my obesity. If my glasses were chocolate, how different life would be if my glasses were chocolate, sweetness from my lenses to my frames. The only guy in Georgia with chocolate eyewear, people driving miles to see me. Can you see? Hot summer days would melt my vision away, and folks I did not know would line up to lick my face, and bees buzzing around, thinking I was nectar to eat and labeled as a freak, with chocolate eyewear insanity, and chocolate eyewear insanity, and chocolate eyewear insanity. If my glasses were chocolate, thank you, Robbie. Chocolate. How different life would be if my glasses were chocolate, sweetness from my lenses to my frames. The only guy in Georgia with chocolate eyewear, people driving miles to see me. We'll break it down. How different life would be if my glasses were chocolate, sweetness from my lenses to my frames. Hey buddy, the only guy in Georgia with chocolate eyewear, people driving miles to see me. Can you see? Can you see? Joel Turner, man, that brings me back to a radio station in Live Oak. It's in the county of Swanee, Georgia. And Joel, thanks for tuning in, man. I haven't talked to you in a long time. And I'm pretty sure Joel's going to be pretty ready because I see he's got a really cool landscaped backyard. He's going to want to have some buff music for all of his Florida friends. We're talking about it. It's in the making. But let's talk about maybe one more memory. This is my favorite memory of my hometown. And I'm going to thank you, Joel. That'd be so much fun, man. I'm going to take you up on it. Appreciate it. So one of my favorite memories of my hometown has to do with somebody who's not from Coffee County or Douglas, Georgia. And it has to do with this brunette beauty who was from a neighboring county called Atkinson County. And I was in college. I think it was like a freshman in college. And I was a connoisseur of chicken. So I like to go to Zaxby's. Not thinking much of it. Had an 87 Jeep Cherokee, had the inline six, and the seats were rusted out, so it just kind of, seats would move. That's a side story. But I remember buying the Zaxby's Club. I don't know what number that is on the menu, but I got the combo, and I drove up into the drive-thru, ordered my club, came up to a window, and there she was. Her name was Brooke, and I think she had a name tag. I thought that was kind of cute, kind of hot. So she had a name tag, and it said Brooke. I said, girl, who you be? And she's like, oh, nah. We go, oh. No, really, she wanted my number. Okay, that's how it works. She wanted my phone number. She saw that I was rolling in the bacon. I was in that 87 Jeep. It was tight, and she wanted my money, but she also wanted my digits because she knew them things were worth cash. So I gave her the digits, and I think she called me one time, yeah. And eventually I tracked her down. I stalked her a good bit, and she couldn't have enough, and so I had to give it to her. I had to give her all the brine I had. And you know, we had some good times. We still have lots of great times. Northeast Georgia love now. Boo, extra Zax sauce. I got a lot of extra Zax sauce. Every time I went in, free Zax sauce. Don't tell anybody down there. The managers might not like that. But I got all kinds of free sauces. I got the ranch, the honey mustard, but Zax sauce is my favorite. And by the way, it's got anchovies in it, and that's kind of freaky. Who did I talked to that likes anchovy pizza? Oh, my friend Josh. He likes anchovies on his pizza. Man, whatever you're into, just go for it. All right? But any other last requests? I might do one more, just because I feel like the viewership is just skyrocketing, and I don't want to let anybody down. I don't want to let the fans down. Joel, since you're going to host a house show, I feel like I have to play a special song for you. Do you have anything in the catalog? You can go back a ways if you like. I'll sing it just for you, buddy. Anybody else? Fast food marriages are the best. Yeah, they last the longest. Just like those McDonald's burgers, when you leave them out in the yard, they'll last a long time too. Appreciate that. You like that analogy? That was good. That's that preacher skills I got. Any special requests? If not, I'm actually gonna try to do one more new song. All right. I was raised on the Gulf of Mexico. We'll do that. We'll close. New song next week. This goes out to Joel, his beautiful family in Central Florida, Sunshine State. Here we go. By the way, I'm playing in Dahlonega Wednesday, doing some open mic. So go see me and some other cool artists. That'll be fun. Here we go. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. It's short to say you have a creator. The way your ways beyond the seashells. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Won't go to work, I tell my boss that I gotta go. You bring more smiles than Marilyn Monroe. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Here we go. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. 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 I love to take you with me in a Ziploc bag, and that's for sure. And save you for a rainy day in Clarksville, Georgia. Gulf of Mexico, oh, Gulf of Mexico, oh, Gulf of Mexico, hey! Woo! Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Your water's bluer than blue Kool-Aid casserole. You got more salt than Walmart superstores. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Home of the bucks and the angry water buffaloes. You got nice sand, and that's where I wanna dig my toes. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. You sing it with me. Here we go. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, oh, Gulf of Mexico. I love to take you with me in a Ziploc bag, and that's for sure. And save you for a rainy day in Central Florida, baby. Gulf of Mexico. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, Gulf of Mexicano, baby. Yeah. go. Hey guys, if you haven't liked my page yet, please do. Go to my website, brianbuffington.co. I couldn't get the .com. Somebody already bought it. Linked straight to a LinkedIn site. Lame-o. Go there and look at my shows coming up. Lots of house shows coming up, which means they're mostly private. So if you would like to have a show, I want to be at your house singing Gulf of Mexico for all your friends. Hey, you have a lovely, wonderful evening.